children that they need nothing exterior to themselves to be happy. No person, place, or thing. And that true happiness is found within. Teach them that they are sufficient unto themselves. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that failure is a fiction, that every trying is a success, and that every effort is what achieves the victory. The first no less honorable than the last. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that they are deeply connected to all of life, that they are one with all people, and that they are never separate from God. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that they live in a world of magnificent abundance, that there is enough for everyone, and that it is in sharing the most, not in gathering the most, that the most is received. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that there is nothing that they are required to be or to do to be eligible for a life of dignity and fulfillment, that they need not compete with anyone for anything, and that God's blessings are meant for everyone. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly.
Teach your children that they will never be judged, that they need not worry about always getting it right, and that they do not have to change anything or get better to be seen as perfect and beautiful in the eyes of God. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that consequences and punishment are not the same thing, that death does not exist, and that God would never condemn anyone. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that there are no conditions to love, that they need not worry about ever losing your love or God's, and that their own love, unconditionally shared, is the greatest gift they can give to the world. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that being special does not mean being better, that claiming superiority over someone is not seeing them for who they really are, and that there is great healing in acknowledging mine is not a better way, mine is merely another way. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that there is nothing they cannot do, that the illusion of ignorance can be eradicated from the earth, and that all anyone really needs is to be given back to themselves by being reminded of who they really are. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach these things not with your words, but with your actions, not with discussion, but with demonstration. For it is not what you do that your children will emulate, but how you are that they will become.
Yeah, this other side, I'm going to celebrate Black Friday. I'm going to go this side say, well, you know, I wanted a fridge all the while and I couldn't afford it, and now I see the fridge selling for such and such a price. Same price it sell for, you know, just that them come now, come switch it for you and make you feel so well right now, cheaper thing. But you really believe so when them cut it in at 50%, them a lose, them a get, them now make no money. You see something in our store I sell for $500, and them say, we're cutting the price in half, $250. You go there to rotted, them a get away. And them actually saying in the advertisement, giving away, give away, give away. It's like a man I come to them say, in the store, we have gifts. In the store, gifts. And when you go to the store, you have to buy the gift. Or you can buy a gift. Gift is not something that you buy. Always steal away there. Always steal away there. Keep going on and on and on and on and on. And I see him quagmire, filth. Keep believing the preacher and the politician with them arguments of grandeur and, oh, you see, we do this and that and that. And it's so, you see, you know, we are making progress now. The economy is best since 50 years now, and all them talk there. And when you look on the people, them, I mean, you say the economy is doing fine. Well, in the past 50 years, the economy never gone so. And me not say it's not the best economy ever been. Me not say that. Me not say you don't have people out there now where better off. And I'm thinking about when you look at the masses of the people. The masses of the people, them situations stay the same way. 700. Let me say 700. Why me I say 700? I know 700. Somebody that I want 700. Watch out. You see squatting. You see squatting is a big problem in Jamaica. And as I speak right now, on this day, the first day of the year, you have people who are squat. Who they make them lives so comfortable in the squatting that life seems to be the life until them come out of the cave and realize that there's another life out there. Sometimes you can't go back in the cave. You can't go back in the cave. Go tell who in the cave say, watch, I have something better out there, so you know. But you see, them make them life so, what we call, comfortable in the them illusion. Them make it so comfortable. That why you want to come disturb that? That is how some people think about poor people, about people who are about squatters. They you know see them people them build this and build that, them have all them tank and them something. So why you want to come disturb that? You know see it. You gonna make them know something different now. You gonna hear them want to turn against the people them who no squat. So them I say no. You must know, say, it's not so life must be. Even though you're making best use of that life, you must know, say, there's a better life. So them keeping subjugation to that life by telling you, say, or telling me, say, why you want to disturb the people them life by telling them, say, them can come out of that and go in here, so, which is a better life. But the other person will tell you that living a better life than the person who was squat. And I say, but what do you mean? Why I shouldn't tell them? Because there is a better life. There is a better life. I'm not making no trouble. There's a better life. A man have a car and the car broke down every day. And you tell him, say, boy, you know, why you know, try to get a new car. I said, why you want the man get a new car and him have a car already? Make him go and fix the car. And every day I broke down on the road. I tell him, say, yeah, true, you know, you should try to get another car. Because there's a better car. All you have to do is put your head on your shoulder to the wheel and don't make the wheel crush it off. And then you get the car. But it's powerful people will never educate powerless people in what it means to take the power away from them. Because the aim of powerful people is to stay powerful by any means necessary. This is the cutting edge, the first program for the year.
One day a young boy asked his father, what is the value of his life? Instead of answering, the father told his son to take this rock and go sell it at a market. If anybody asks the price, raise 2 fingers and don't say anything. The boy then went to the market, and a woman asked, how much is this rock? I want to put it in my garden. The boy didn't say anything and raised up 2 fingers. And the woman said, $2, I'll take it. And the boy went home and told his father, a woman wants to buy this rock for $2. The father then said, son, I want you to take this rock to a museum. If anybody wants to buy it, don't say a word and just put up 2 fingers. The boy then went to the museum, and a man wanted to buy the rock. The boy didn't say a word and put up 2 fingers. And the man said, $200? I'll take it. The boy was shocked and went running home. Father, a man wants to buy this rock for $200. His father then said, son, the last place I want you to take this rock is to a precious stone store. Show it to the owner and don't say a word. and if he asks the price, just put up 2 fingers. The son then went to a precious stone store. He showed the rock to the owner. "Where did you find this stone? It is one of the most rarest stones in the world. I must have it. How much would you sell it for?" The boy put up 2 fingers, and the man said, "I'll take it for $200,000. The boy, not knowing what to say, ran home to his father. "Father, there's a man that wants to buy the rock for $200,000. His father then said, "Son, do you know the value of your life now? You see, it doesn't matter where you come from, where you were born, the color of your skin, or how much money you were born into. It matters where you decide to place yourself, the people you surround yourself with, and how you choose to carry yourself. You may have lived your whole life thinking that you were a $2 stone. You may have lived your whole life surrounded by people that saw your worth only for $2. But everybody has a diamond inside of them. And we can choose to surround ourselves with people that see our value and see the diamond inside of us. We can choose to put ourselves in a market or put ourselves in a precious stone store. And you can also choose to see the value in other people. You can help other people see the diamond inside of them. Choose the people you surround yourself with wisely. That can make all the difference in your life.
Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself.
You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here, and whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should.
Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career. However humble, it is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself. Especially do not feign affection. Neither be cynical about love, for in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune, but do not distress yourself with imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness, beyond a wholesome discipline. Be gentle with yourself.
You are a child.
You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here.
And
whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive Him to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life. Keep peace with your soul. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be careful. Strive to be happy.
Yeah, man, me I tell you that summarize everything where we say. Really, that tunes, I mean, it's a poem actually. It summarize everything where we say since we start to talk. Because we are children of the universe more than anything else. You know, and you have to be at peace. So when we talk about happiness, that is all people need. They need to be happy. We want to be happy. Sometimes there's too much this and too much that, too much this and too much that. Kind of pressure your brains and pressure yourself. When all it needs is for people to be just happy. Yeah, that's all it is. It's when a man happy or when a woman happy or when a child happy, everything else come like it just that. It does everything. You see. And really and truly, all the education or lack of it, all the religions, all the political ideas, philosophical or otherwise, all people want is to be happy. And when we look at a lot of these things, sometimes religion make one man. What a matter of fact, me hardly say the religious people were happy, you know. It's a real thing, you know. Me hardly say the religious people were happy. Them afraid to get happy. Them afraid to be joyful. Cause them in a church are sing and them a think on all sort of craziness and them come outside and react to craziness. And it's like anytime the people put devil upon their mind, so you know, say them can't happy. Them can't happy. People who have devil upon their mind all the while can't happy. And them will tell you, say, people look at them and say, you are devil, you know, when really actually I internalize the devil. Because I'm done interpret the devil already. The meanest thing to him somebody can be when him says somebody is a devil. And if you is a devil, what is he? This concept of devil and God, where it come from? That you can look, you know, if you tell a man, say, a Christian now go tell a man, say, my God, you know. But a Christian will tell you, say, you're a devil. How that go? Him working in negative continuously. Christians not going to tell you, say, why, man, there's God, you know. Other person, there's God, you know. No. But him tell you, say, that man, there's a devil. Him not good, is a devil. That means say him emphasize devil in him consciousness more than him emphasize God in him consciousness. Check it. Check it and say if I lie me I tell. Anytime you hear a Christian attack, anytime I'm angry, him bring up the devil. Anytime him feel good, as it relates to others, like people, him not relate to the other people them as God. But him relate to the other people them who make him angry as devil. So why is it that the devil is so important to people who believe in a God? When the two of them is the same thing, but this is one kind with two different heads. Flip the coin, devil or God, God, devil, flip the coin, devil or God, devil. Why would you, as a person who believes in God, emphasize the devil more than how you emphasize God in people? As a matter of fact, you will see, if I look at you and tell you, say, well, that man is God, you tell me, say, I blaspheme. But if I tell you, say, Miss Devil, you say, yeah, true, you know, I'm a devil for true. All the children, you hear them say, it's devil. Where we get this devil picnic from? You never hear them say, why, this picnic is like God. It's like Jesus Christ, man. I love him, I say, him is like Jesus. No, Christian not tell that to them picnic. Picnic bad. Where me get this devil from? So you come like a pooper. I say when your pooper come like the same thing like a devil thing in devil mind. Wicked. You never hear somebody say, boy, this my son so nice, you know, it's like Jesus Christ. You know, never say that. Nah, say that. Why? Somebody teach you that. I was stuck in that.
If a child lives with criticism, he learns to condemn. If a child lives with hostility, he learns to fight. If a child lives with ridicule, he learns to be shy. If a child lives with shame, he learns to feel guilty. If a child lives with tolerance, he learns to be patient. If a child lives with encouragement, he learns confidence. If a child lives with praise, he learns to appreciate. If a child lives with fairness, he learns justice. If a child lives with security, he learns to have faith. If a child lives with approval, he learns to like himself. If a child lives with acceptance and friendship, he learns to find love in the world.
Children that they need nothing exterior to themselves to be happy. No person, place, or thing. And that true happiness is found within. Teach them that they are sufficient unto themselves. Teach them this and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that failure is a fiction, that every trying is a success, and that every effort is what achieves the victory. The first no less honorable than the last. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that they are deeply connected to all of life, that they are one with all people, and that they are never separate from God. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that they live in a world of magnificent abundance, that there's enough for everyone, and that it is in sharing the most, not in gathering the most, that the most is received. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that there's nothing that they are required to be or to do to be eligible for a life of dignity and fulfillment, that they need not compete with anyone for anything, and that God's blessings are meant for everyone. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly.
Teach your children that they will never be judged, that they need not worry about always getting it right, and that they do not have to change anything or get better to be seen as perfect and beautiful in the eyes of God. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that consequences and punishment are not the same thing, that death does not exist, and that God would never condemn anyone. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that there are no conditions to love, that they need not worry about ever losing your love or God's, and that their own love, unconditionally shared, is the greatest gift they can give to the world. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that being special does not mean being better, that claiming superiority over someone is not seeing them for who they really are, and that there is great healing in acknowledging mine is not a better way, mine is merely another way. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that there is nothing they cannot do, that the illusion of ignorance can be eradicated from the earth, and that all anyone really needs is to be given back to themselves by being reminded of who they really are. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach these things not with your words, but with your actions, not with discussion, but with demonstration. For it is not what you do that your children will emulate, but how you are that they will become.
Yeah, it's not what you... Hey, well, me don't know, because, by the way, the program don't just start. For those of you tuning, the program don't just start. We're just trying to make a point with these songs here. First day of the year, we're trying to set a tone here. So we never just start the program. We're just trying to make a point. The point is this, that we was brought up in a society where God and the devil coexist in the minds of people who allow their mind to be moved by such concepts. I am saying that most people who I know who is Christians seem to concentrate more on the devil rather than on God. And you can see it in them language to not only people who them don't like, but them children. So you hear especially ghetto people look on them picnic and say, well, what kind of devil picnic this may have do ye? You come see him like your papa. And because of something that they perceive that the child did that was wrong, when the child is something right, you know, you hear them say, well, I'm going to tell you, him just come like Jesus Christ. It's like God incarnate. My child is a beautiful child. He's just like God. He's just like Jesus Christ. Them not saying that. You never hear a parent say that to them child. But them come like Jesus Christ. Because for them concept of Jesus Christ is good, pure. For them concept of God is good, pure. So why would you not see God in your child when he does something good? Like what those two songs that are two poems them that I just played. Why would you not see God in your child and say to him, or someone that him can hear that he is like Christ. But when him do something that you don't agree with, you hear how much him is a devil like him poopa. I see him when your poopa left me, you know, and you come out, damn devil picnic, and you breathe and get the picnic. This is the cutting edge. Words, a million thoughts, a million ways to get caught. It's a serious thing, the Virgin a chant. Yeah, man, million words, million thoughts. There's so much ways to get caught. We as African people have to really check how is it that so much people come to liberate us and we still neglect or reject those people. Because we have to say it, because when we look at the situation where we find ourselves in and now, it come like nobody never come tell you these things, like nobody never come tell you, say, but you know, she said this now go right and that now go right. This is how we're supposed to do it, or this is not how we're supposed to do it. The problem is that we have so much niggas in high places, bossy slave, jacket and tie every day. We have so much of them that voice is loud and loud and loud. It's very difficult for people who poor grasp them situation to the point where them going to reject it and find a solution. Because you say something and then you have people who say, well, you can't go and listen to them madman there. Yes, it's a serious thing. Go and listen to them madman there. And when you look at the situation, the people them who you don't call mad, is them really a keep you down. And you not see them neither, you know. And you know, you hear them every day neither, you know. Them just talk certain time. All them have to do is just talk certain time. And when them say, resonate in your subconsciousness to the point where you start to really listen and agree with them and say, and try to live it out. And then end up back at the same situation until them talk again. But we who there, so every week, I go through and I say certain things. And I said, sure. I listen to Muta Baruka, what I talk about again. I'm the part of this Africa thing and this, you know, immuno-Christian thing and all them something there. We understand the level. We understand the level. We understand it, man, clearly. Because it's not know what is said is being said. And it's not know what is rejected. But we know, just like how them say, every day carry bucket go well, one day the bucket bottom must drop out. You see when the bucket bottom drop out, that is when you start to figure out how you carry the water. Yes, when the bucket bottom drop out. Because right now, you will all take some soap and seal up the hole them and the bucket. Yeah, you never used to do that when you pick me. Yeah, man, so you wash pan a leak, you just get some soap, washing soap. I talk about the powder, I talk about the cake soap. And you just cut the hole with it. That no leak. And you go and throw water in it and throw water in it until the bucket bottom or the basin drop out. The bottom drop out. Then now, you decide, say, well, I rotted. It gone bad, you know. We're not a bucket to carry no water in again. What we are going to do? What we are going to do? And they have some little guys around the corner there till they said, no, man, the bucket bottom drop out. Don't worry yourself, man. All you have to do is put paper underneath it or put piece of cardboard underneath it. And it will still carry the water. Lie them I tell you now. Lie them I tell, but you're not going to say I lie them I tell. Because them jacket and tie up. Them jacket and tie up. Yes. And tie you up too. Yes.
It hurts to love someone and not be loved in return. But what is more painful is to love someone and never find the courage to let that person know how you feel. Maybe God wants us to meet a few wrong people before meeting the right one, so that when we finally meet the right person, we will know how to be grateful for that gift. Love is when you take away the feeling, the passion and the romance in a relationship and find out you still care for that person. A sad thing in life is when you meet someone who means a lot to you, only to find out in the end that it was never meant to be, and you just have to let go. When the door of happiness closes, another opens, but oftentimes we look so long at the closed door that we don't see the one which has been opened for us. The best kind of friend is the kind you can just be with, never say a word, and then walk away feeling like it was the best conversation you've ever had. It is true that we don't know what we've got until we lose it, but it's also true that we don't know what we've been missing until it arrives. Giving someone all your love is never an assurance that they love you back. Don't expect love in return. Just wait for it to grow in their heart. But if it doesn't, be content it grew in yours. There are things you'd love to hear that you would never hear from the person whom you would like to hear them from. But don't be so deaf as not to hear it from the one who says it from their heart. Never say goodbye if you still want to try. Never give up if you still feel you can go on. Never say you don't love a person anymore if you can't let go. Love comes to those who still hope, although they've been disappointed. To those who still believe, although they've been betrayed. To those who still need to love, although they've been hurt before. And to those who have the courage and faith to build trust again. It takes only a minute to get a crush on someone, an hour to like someone, and a day to love someone. But it takes a lifetime to forget someone. Don't go for looks, they can deceive. Don't go for wealth, even that fades away. Go for someone who makes you smile, because it takes only a smile to make a dark day seem bright. Hope you find the someone that makes you smile.
We don't need no more heroes, you know. Or sheroes. We don't need no more. We have so much to guide we in our consciousness, our thoughts, them, that we don't really need more. We have to become them. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I say, I'm a follower. You're a follower, you have to become. You know, follow, become. You know, that is really the essence of the whole thing, you know, to become. No worshiping business. Become who or what you worship. You become it. That's why it grieves me when me hear people are call people all sorts of names. What is wicked? It's like wicked. Him wicked, you say? Him wicked man, him have the devil in him. So some people get olive oil and a sprinkle around you, forget the devil out of you. And them not have nothing for sprinkle around you, forget God in you, you know. No, them not have nothing for sprinkling to forget God in you. Them have something for sprinkle, forget the devil out of you. How the devil reach in you in the first place? The devil is a concept. A man create the devil. Man create the devil. Yeah, man. All the year I go on. Without any man, there would be no concept of the devil. And the other side is truth. Without any man, there would be no concept of God. All concept of God come from man. Before you tell me say a foolishness me attack, think on it. Think on it. All the things them that we hear about God said this and God said that. A man write it. Man write it and put it in a book and say God said this and God said that. A man all sing all a tune like all a tune a while ago. Third world. I say who do this and who do that. He must say that. But then now you have a man on the corner and say God inspire him to say it. Because within the level of the consciousness now, we always seek something outwards to justify what we have inwards. Yeah, we always seek something outward to justify what we have inwards. And what we have inside our is greater than that which is without away, outside away. Yes, the brains conceive and perceive things. That is either yes or no. It's either good or bad. It's either wrong or right. It's either up or down. You never hear man say up and sideways yet. You never hear man say east north. Him say north east. That's the thing. Him say never say north. Him never say east north or west south. Him say west. Him say southwest. He's presuming and assuming that you are in south. Going the next side, him say go southwest. Like the north coast. You're going to Westmoreland, you're going to northwest. You're going to west. Like Africa, parts of Africa, them call it the Middle East. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as the Middle East. You understand? It's Africa. Egypt is in Africa. Israel is in Africa. And Palestine is in Africa, but them call it the Middle East. You know, when people don't want to give credence to Egyptian architecture and Egyptian science and technology, them say is in the Middle East. It's not in Africa, Egypt, they're not in the Middle East. And we grow up, we continue these things, we continue saying them like say it's true. And if you say anything other than that, it's you now become the stupid one. Like how we just talked about Christmas a while ago. If you start to debate now about Christmas to the normal Jamaican, I'm going to tell you, say, where you get that foolishness from? Because him grew up, come here, say Jesus Christ born the 25th of December. So where you get that from? Say him not born the 25th of December. That's some people reason. That's some people reason. Where you get that from, Muta Baruka? About Jesus not born to them. Me come here, my mother, and tell me about Christmas, and we'll always celebrate Christmas. Yes, it's true, you celebrate it. But where your mother get that from? Because most of our grandparents wasn't educated enough. So we never have critical thinking or critical thinkers for really rationalize and analyze situations. Because so it come and so we take it. As a matter of fact, some might get whipping our grandparents, our ancestors get beaten if you don't accept it. You know, them beat you for accept what them are say. If you don't accept it, sometimes them will kill you too. And a matter of fact, what them all used to do, in order to pacify a parent, they would have put one in front of the other and torture the one, make the other one look. That when them see that torture, them no want them picnic to come go through that agony there. So them bring up them children to be very passive. Don't want to fight against nothing, just accept everything as it is. In the fear of death. And so we come, a lot of us, passive. fear. See wrong and just don't want to say nothing. We just accept the thing, inward, outward, every day. A million words, a million thoughts, a million ways to get caught. But we don't find 3 of them way there. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing we find ourselves in now. Because we say, maybe millionaire country only need a program like this, or a whole program. Well, not even a whole heap of program you have like this, but maybe if you have a country you need, because you have not need to think that way. You see, it's like when it's like you have to fight. It's like you have to fight about education and good health care. And you're on the radio about well, this, that, the hospital, them now, this and the hospital, them now, that. Maybe if you're in Cuba, you need to have a program to talk about that, because healthcare in Cuba is 100%. You need to talk about illiteracy. You have a program on the radio in Jamaica talk against illiteracy, or illiteracy, this and illiteracy, or the government and you're there in Cuba, you don't have to talk about that. So this program would be null and void. It would necessary. You know what I mean? We know about free speech and everything there. But we know as a fact that there are certain countries that you need a program like this, because what I am saying is normal. It's normal. What I am saying is very normal. You see it? We, as African people, must educate ourselves. We must start to educate ourselves. I say educate ourselves. Now, we're not talking about mathematics, because we need mathematics. But we are talking about an education that is beyond school. We're not talking about English, because we know about English. We know if we target if we want. But we're talking about something beyond English. We're not talking about physics, geometry, and all these things. That's necessary and important. But we are talking about that education that makes you be critically understanding of viewpoints, that you can go into that viewpoint and figure it out for yourself, not based off of what we call pre-thought. You come up with a thing even before you hear the thing. And that is what catch a whole heap away. That we have ideas about things even though we don't know about the thing. And you cannot sit down and explain to a man, and you know why this is that and why that is that. It's like a man until you say, when you're dead, this and this guy happen. That is a similar thing. A man going to spend how much 1 hour tell you about when you're dead, what happened to you. Madness. Madness. At the highest level is madness. Him don't know. But you going to spend a whole 1 hour tell you that when you dead, this and this and that and that and all these things are going to happen, and this happen and this happen. Why would you want to follow a man like that? Him never experienced it yet. Him don't know nobody will experience it. Him don't know nobody will experience it. All him can give you is a belief and a concept of him think say when you're there. But him not say him think. Him not say that. It's a categorical statement him a make. That this is it. This is the ultimate. Or him get you to follow him. Him get you to follow him because you don't see alternative and you're not critically think for yourself. Because you're not allowed to think critically for yourself. When we were in slave as African people, we're not allowed to think for ourselves. Everything is done for us. and to us. And for those of us who decide, so we're going to think, we're going to realize, say, boy, slavery this, you know. Well, just because me have a master clothes, me free. No, just because when him done eat, me can't get where him left in him plate. No, me not free. Me not free, because me did free. When me think something, me could have got to do it and nobody ask him. And nobody refer to him. Because that them what them have we do. Them have we refer to with them put in our head. Anytime we want critically think about something. So if we think, say, I wonder if this thing I want to tell you, say, is true, though, you have to evaluate it according to what them they tell you. And if them tell you that, I will come up with something else now, say, why it not look logical, you know, so, no go so. So we just go and think what them they tell you if you think. Yeah. You know, say, we will take some phone call. This is the Cutting Edge and IRFM. Yes.
Ready?
Yeah, man, you're up on the air, Jesse. Just start, man.
Yeah, never know. That me have to ask you, brother,
Nah,
me
man.
have Black Mountain top here, you know?
Which top you there?
Eh?
Which mountain top you there?
Maroon Town, man.
Oh, you there, Maroon, a compound?
Out of Barrow, come tell you something. Shame. Not even dog, me no shame like, brother. For sure, it's me have 55. And I first me have come to Maroon Town. Seeing this bamboos and woodwing. I bought into it, brethren. And that he called about tonight. As a warrior of learning.
Yeah.
Inside the world of teaching.
So you know, hear the program there? You know, hear the program up there?
Yep, everything is program up there, man.
Okay.
Remember, say, see, I and I as a warrior. But so much people rate as warrior.
And the first you go up there?
And I post me a compound. Me shame.
All right,
So
sir.
I have to ask this rhetorical question, brother. Muta Baruka, one of the greatest word I met, born to man and woman, right? You know, so I never hear you with a poem with culture. Were the I bamboozled too, like I?
No, man, me bamboozle there, you talk about, man. Then I will put my, you ever hear me with a poem with Sham Sharp tonight?
No, but I culture specifically, me I talk.
Yeah, but me I show you, say, a whole heap of people, me never have a poem with them name in it.
But you know, so none of them no compare to the one.
It no means...
Brother, me I learn something about a virgin night. And nah, brother, I tell you something.
Yeah, but I can't hear Maroon Town why you talk that. It amazes you.
Virgin, don't do me that, man.
That amazes you, man. Because if you did send me a hear about Taki, that's the same thing about Taki.
We hear about Taki too. But remember, say, culture the British surrender to, you know.
Yeah, but Taki did kill them off and then never surrender. Tell them have to kill him. A culture signed paper with them to capture the other African them.
Culture do what?
Culture sign a paper to recapture Africans who the British couldn't capture to give to the British.
Well, that's why I call, because I'm glad you just said that.
You know who's culture? You know the Maroon is some African run up like the hills near Maroon. You know, not a set of people near Maroon. You know.
Yeah, we know the Akan people them from Ghana.
Yeah, so when I say, yeah, Koromanti, most of them are Koromanti. But what I say is that, you know, you say Nanny tried not to make them don't sign the paper. Cause our brother them, you know.
Again, brother, remember say Nani are the man little sister, you know.
A compound.
There's no in a one, not even on the same page. Cause could just say Nani come a compound, come somewhere cause him little sister. And then send him brother got flag star. When the man doing Kodra and I'm running, I straight general, there's no it's that thing for you when I used to say Nani with Kodra. No, a two different even generation. But a little sister went trained from baby. You see where me I come from, brother?
No, when I ask you, why you say no culture is you ask me never, because me never write no poem, me mention culture and you get bamboozled. What kind of bamboozle? Wait no man, what kind of bamboozle you get? That you could say me get it
bamboozled, so I'm just looking.
By saying what? By doing what? By what? By what?
Brother, listen this. I'm not I alone.
No,
Green
no.
Warrior, Peter Touch and Bob
No,
Marley.
wait, no, man. Me not talk about who get bamboozled. Me I say, what bamboozle do you get? If I'm not mentioning Kojo, what is the bamboozle that you get if I'm not listening to Kojo?
The baddest man born to man, the bravest.
A Kojo, to you.
Right now on the earth. Hey, hold up now.
Yeah,
Remember
but-
say, after the British surrender, you know.
Yeah, but you make definitive statement now, say Kojo the baddest man on the earth. No, but wait, but me I tell you must wait. Me I tell you must wait, man. Me I tell you must wait. You me I say no.
Yeah, where?
And the first you have to go up a Kojo, go up a compound. And you now sit down with the man them and you hear them attack. And you get fascinated by what them I say. And now you come now, wait no man. You come now and I say, I wonder if everybody get bamboozled like how you mean to get bamboozled by not knowing say Kojo the greatest man ever walk earth.
Warrior. I should
Yeah,
put that.
the greatest warrior ever walk. But that's where you get amazed by because you just go a compound go hear them thing there. So why you know you say me get bamboozled? You tell me say me get bamboozled.
Yes, brother. It's not an amazement, brother.
Yeah, it's amazing because you are telling me now say everybody else get bamboozled too.
I didn't say that, brother. I said, me ask.
Yeah, but you say me get bamboozled because me never, you say, you wonder if me, alright, you're wondering if me get bamboozled like how you get bamboozled. Me never get bamboozled.
Mountain, you know, me never hear a song with Bob Marley with Kojo.
Yeah, but that don't mean say him get bamboozled.
You not have to use that word, the bamboozled, brother. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but when I say there's a whole heap of man, you never hear Mark, you never hear a whole heap of them, you never hear Kojo talk, I mean, Bob Marley talk about.
About Marcus Garvey, brother. You know that. I don't, when I compare neither.
No, me not compare, but enough man, me never hear Bob Marley talk about. Enough man, me never hear Peter Tosh talk about. Enough man, me not talk about. That don't mean say we get bamboozled.
You know, say, I and I used to talk how the Haitian Revolution was epic and significant, and we brought about it to come up as learned.
Yeah.
Ones and ones on the earth.
Yeah.
And when you come find out the whole scope about that, a culture retinue go give Toussaint Louverture the strategy, you know.
Yeah, they want to book man. A book was
It's not a one man, you know.
Bookman is a one man. No, Bookman is one man.
Brilliant man.
Bookman is one man. Bookman is a man who left Jamaica.
One man named Bookman Natty.
Bookman left Jamaica and got a 80. Bookman left Jamaica and got 80.
It wasn't even one man.
No, who tell you that? Who tell you say no one man?
That may I try to show you.
No, who tell you that? That may I ask you.
Yeah.
Who tell you say it's not one man? Hello?
That retinue that went to 80, it wasn't just one
You
man.
not answer me now. Me say, who tell you say it wasn't one man?
You see, the story in a Maroon Town.
Brethren, who tell you say it wasn't one man?
Then Maroon Town now have it archives to man.
Yeah, all right,
Maroon
wait
Town
there.
archives we know, we brother.
Yeah, so the Maroon them tell you say Bookman is not one man. Right?
Bookman, the team we got 80 is a retinue of man.
No,
I can't tell it is 3 or 6.
The Maroon them tell you that. The Maroon them tell you that.
I did have it says one man.
The Maroon them up our compound tell you say it's not one man.
The archives that tell I say it's not one man.
All right, so you looking at some archives up a compound and realize that Bookman is not one man.
Yeah, it's a retinue of man.
All right, so the Asian them who says one man.
Louverture to defeat the French.
No, wait, no man. The Asian them in a 80 who say Bookman, Dirty Bookman as one man, and the man them Anya so who know the history of Bookman who go to the way name they know is them wrong and the compound man them wrong, right? Because them are sure you know say it's them start the Asian Revolution. That is what I'm try to show you.
I wouldn't say start.
All right, instigate or make it or set it up, right?
So you know Bookman was a Maroon.
No, we don't talk about no Maroon, you know, brother. Me African people, me talk about, you know. African, me talk about, you know. Me not talk about no Maroon. Because when you say Maroon, sound like a different set of people. We never come here as no Maroon, you know. We never come here as no Maroon.
when I done, I understand.
Maroon is a distinguishing.
People, man.
Yeah, but the people them, the man them up a compound, show it like say Maroon is a different set of African them. That them are talk about, oh, you got married people and a Maroon.
Brethren, that is not all push ones in a compound. That
No, me never say all. I know all me a talk about. Me a talk about the leadership. Me not talk about all.
You touching all the right quart and gallon and pint. Then now the leadership now is that thing where the young world must say it election a call January, so we'll see what's going on.
Alright, so let me ask you a question because you talk about something where you just go find out. Let me answer to you. Me ask you now. You say Kojo is the greatest warrior ever live. Now me ask you now. What is it that the Maroon them in our compound tell you say Kojo do as it relates to the peace treaty when signed with the British them? What them say do? What go on there, so?
Mutabaruka.
Yeah.
When last year England surrender?
No, you not answer me. Kojo sign a treaty. Them never tell you that in Maroon town.
All that is in question.
No, then if it must be in question and not them at all. You say them sign a treaty. Say this land and Philemon and that. The British.
That treaty signing thing. Because Kojo not talk and read and write English. So a man never sign a treaty and he don't read and write the language, brethren.
You know why? Then all them know, say, all right, so all them know which part are compound of Philemon and which are not Philemon. All them decide now, say, to the British, said, there's over there, so to the sea, there's so to the land, there's so. All them decide that. Now, them and the British sit down and decide.
When the man them eyeball and say that.
And the British, Virgin.
A compound, African, them never have no machine for print nothing. So the man them say, when the printry come forward, a different borders, the British them
watch
come
man,
again.
you can't go and talk. You can't talk. Virgin.
It's where me I come from.
No, me not see where you come from. Me not see where you come from. A Kojo sign a treaty with the British. Done. Full stop.
Propaganda.
Them not show the treaty. Them not show the treaty.
The whole of them think they are.
Me ask if them show them not show the treaty.
Muta.
Them show the treaty, yes or no? Them show the treaty?
I not see no treaty, bro.
Alright, and them not have no treaty.
A compound town I said that them think they are propaganda. Cause you don't read and write English. Two uncut blood dripping a calabash. And the man them decide to rule all right. If I don't attack you, you don't kill me soldiers. That's what it was all about.
Yeah.
You see where I come from? But me never go in a depth that again. So you try to tell me say the Jamaica Santa Cruz government have Kojo legacy up and running. May I ask you, even at the school system or anything, there's nothing about the man, brethren, who the English surrender to. What kind of treaty them I talk about? The English come surrender. White flag for 10 miles. I come through the jungle. Blindfold. Them they even know them there when them reach. But them talk about treaty. And surrender. Say, look, remember you know. What lead to this, you know? Queen sent 600 special force. Green Beret, Commandos, Navy SEAL. Those are modern terms for them. So them are going to get rid of the Akan people living on the mountain. Jesse.
Jesse, over the years.
You know,
Jesse, over the years. You see, anytime you start to find out something for the first, you get so excited about it and it starts to come like a gospel to you. So you start to spread the message.
Excited and
you're excited, man. It's the first you go a compound and you hear all these things. You start to preach it. A preacher start to preach about a compound and preach about Kojo.
Preach about
preach about Kojo. Kojo are the greatest warrior ever live on earth. Are the greatest warrior ever live on earth.
You want to use one off and feel better about it?
Me not feel no better about nothing. Me not feel no better.
Nothing about the man where the British surrender to. Oh, if you have a warrior in a mountain where the British surrender to, can kill 598 of them fiercest Marines at Green Beret. Saying, cut off 2 of them years and send them back to England. And tell the Queen, say, Her Majesty, send 6,000. Can a 600 man here send come up here, sir?
Yeah, what me I say? Me not take away what Kojo do as it relates to fighting the British, you know. And where the compound man them do. Me not take away that from them, you know. But you see, how me see what go on now is like Maroon different from the African them we live in a Kingston.
No,
And
Mouta, you see,
But you tell me no. But Brethren, me hear Maroon say, I tell them people how them for go married to people who are not Maroon, you know. And the African them I talk about, you know.
But it's not every Maroon. Mouta,
Me say, but me I try to show you say them set up them say, you know what them I say? Them I say them is untouchable because them have a treaty for sure you say. Them have them own government, own this, and yet still when we go up there, most of them are Christian, most of them are worship Jesus.
So that's why me I hear upon the line now.
Most of them are worship Jesus up there.
Did the I realize that the Jamaican plantocracy government been diligently stemming and joking at this region to bring it around out of them cultural fundamental ways?
You know them have a radio station up there?
Yeah, we talk about that first time I talk on the
Yeah, where the radio station a project up there. Where the radio station a project. I know.
Same thing with the idea tell her.
I know a compound culture, I know Maroon culture, them a project up on the radio station, you know.
All of that going to change.
Lay down up the one Sunday.
You know why you step up, yo, brother?
No, me not stray.
Outside of the fence and I look over, you know.
But me need update them, me not update. Me spend like brethren. What am I talking about?
I get involved.
Me say me need update, me sleep up there.
Upon the Maroon, them say then this and then that. So
Wow.
things that some Maroon did say 50 years ago or 30 or 20, it's not that them Maroon had said already.
What them I say? What them I say now? What them I say now? What them I say now?
It's one African Akan.
Brethren, me just go a thing that I did.
More than most Jamaican.
Look here, we just
I know.
wait now, we just have a demonstration about the cockpit country that I did. And we attack to the chief, a so-called chief them. Attack about chief. Them are Christian. Them are nothing with what we attack about.
Who you was talking to?
Me I tell you, say we attack to some of the head one them up there. When we did that to the demonstration.
This is why this
Cockpit country. I just tell that day that, you know.
Like even
Anyway, you just find out something, brethren. Go and hold on upon it. You just find out something.
Brother, you think we don't know all of that?
You just find out things.
The government.
Yeah, but we can't bother argue about that again.
You can't primary school unless you take the Queen name.
Yeah.
That was one of the stipulations on the law, and people say they want their youth go learn to read and write.
Yeah.
What about that operation? What about that covert operation by the British and Jamaican plantocracy to go in a Maroon town, go do that, brethren?
Anytime you're there, Maroon town, now, if you like, which part you feel like you're there?
Time now them things they are going.
Brethren.
But we will show you how them are try dismantle this way of thinking.
Who are dismantle it? Nobody know dismantle. Them are dismantle themselves. And nobody know dismantle. Them are dismantle themselves.
You really.
And them are dismantle themselves.
That we have life. Yeah.
Because the fight where them supposed to have fight, them not fighting it. And then them no can turn round pan we, you know, like say, them African, them not free. You know, so we are self-government.
Brethren, how will you get them all-time talk from?
I mean all-time talk. Them not just go up there.
When they say just go up there, all
I mean, just go. This year, in the area when we had to do the cockpit something. We not up there cockpit to do a live broadcast from up there.
That was April.
Me don't know April, May, June. Me don't remember when I will go up there.
You know, so me talk to some Maroon, me say, you know, say Mouta have it misconstrued sometimes.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we have it misconstrued.
When them say, the Maroon them this and the Maroon them say that, and the Maroon them.
And none of them say it. Them not say it. Them not have no peace treaty. Them never sign no peace treaty.
You see, we're going back on the Maroon thing. Most of the Aparasta, African, Akan, Fante, Ashanti, some Igbo, some Fulani, them warrior out there, we used to rule Spain for 770 years. And them Spain can't come around for revenge. You think that the Caucasian supremacy of operations to control and enslave and keep it going steadily to perpetuate, to perpetuity. Saying you think say them are going to let up on them people here, whereas them come with the Spanish, them run off and beat the Spanish.
I mean them people here. Then you to and me and we, I mean them people here. But that's not like some secular people. African people, them, I mean them people here.
Then the African people matter about.
No, but you said them people, I like say you know included in them people. You said them people, I like me not included in it.
Brother, then what I do, brother, you know, you say I was bamboozled about Maroon Town because them tell me lies, say could just surrender and could just sell out and could just catch slave. That now what the wickedness.
Who tell you that? Who tell you that?
It was no one specific, brethren.
Yeah, all right.
It was just cultural propaganda. Everyone
so who tell you now say him never do that? Who tell you say him never do that now?
So how could you do that? And
no, me ask you. How come what?
How could you do them thing the way them say? Say him surrender and him sell out and him this.
Who say him sell out and him this? Me ask you. You say him never sign no treaty. But me can't argue with you, just about them something, you know. Me can't argue because them things are some things where you just come figure it out now and come like say that new thing we're supposed to talk about it again.
Brother.
We pass that now, you know, we pass them something there.
Descendants of the plantation are still under the printing page confusion of the plantocracy where run Jamaica serving the Queen. And you can't tell I say that now go on.
But a whole heap of them up that serve the Queen too.
Then we don't know that, brother.
Them have a radio station up there where pure madness.
A 6 church up here, brother. And it take time for them put them up here.
Take which time? This man.
Yeah, they know years them there.
So what that mean?
Them there.
The radio station?
No, the church them.
Yeah, so what that mean? So what that mean? So wait there. If you is the sons of Kojo and sons of a compound from the Coromantee, and you now say it's years it there, so it take time. Take time for the what? Them shouldn't fall the night in the first place. Because Kojo, according to you, never fall the night, so them shouldn't fall the night. Because them is Maroons, them is the vanguard of liberation in a Jamaica. So you have to remember take time. Take time for the what? Take time to come out of the church.
Take time to put in them churches up in there and overnight, the whole of them come in.
No, not about overnight. Me talk about in the bright day. I don't know overnight me deal with. Like in the bright day. If you go up to Maroon Town, it's not like you're going to Asante Kingdom in Ghana. When you go to Asante Kingdom in Ghana, you know say you're there in Asante Kingdom. When you go to Maroon Town, you don't know say you're not in a St. Mary or Portland or Westmoreland or something. It's just the same
you think
thing.
What do you say? Right now the assimilation and the blending we're going with different set of people with the Maroon them is a regular Jamaican town.
When you're born, when you go up there in a Maroon Town and you have what them call it, the Kojo celebration. It's like any other little place where you go where them have Bendong Plaza and this and that. The only thing different that them have beat the drum and kill them hog and I talk about a history. But in terms of what is happening there at this moment in time, it leaves much to be desired as it relates to the liberation of African people. No.
Which is the same people.
Yeah. You know hear them talk about the liberation of African people. Anyway, watch out, we have to move. We have to move though.
Well, all right.
Blessed.
Monday come in.
What Monday? What Monday?
Push it. Let me wake up here and send push there. Rise.
Yeah, all right.
Monday, a pom-pom.
What? All right. 6th of January. Again. Right?
Where is that?
No, me say the 6th of January again, 7th of January, they're going to have celebration.
Yeah.
And that you advertise.
Yeah, that me I promote.
All right, yeah, man.
And you are going on over.
Give thanks to the revelation.
You see all of the flaws them and the shortcoming them will go on. We spin round the thing.
A long coming and a short coming. That a long coming.
Long and short coming.
A woman no like that.
We spin it round to the favor of the plantocracy.
Yeah.
That's how people change to you, brother.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
That's the last thing alone last forever. So nobody feel say.
Anyway, welcome to the club, Jesse. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. You just realized something. Welcome to the club.
Nah, but stay in confusion forever. You hear, brother?
This Friday,